This is WWE superstar Drew McIntyre, and you're listening to the WWE Podcast.
The champ is the one that everybody wants, me.
Becky Lynch is going to WrestleMania. Claymore!
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. This is my idol. You're going to acknowledge me.
What is good? It's the Krisis throwing in another celebrity shot for your AEW Dynamite review. Hey, hope your Thanksgiving was good. Mine, I overstuffed myself. Yes, definitely overstuffed myself all the way to the point where I didn't even get any pie. But hey, that's all right because leftovers. So get your turkey sandwiches out. Let's have some leftover turkey sandwiches. Let's talk some AEW Dynamite. Overall, this show, it has some extreme high points, but it also, for the first time, it felt a little par for the course. There was some timing to this episode, but hey, we're just gonna jump right on into it because the first 40 minutes was some of the best promo work I have ever seen. That's something I've been looking forward to. We got CM Punk and MJF in a war of words, and man, AEW in the writing, man, they be taking shots. CM Punk said things like, "You think you're awesome, you're someone when in reality you're just a less famous Miz." Oh my goodness, these two got into a war of words. If you have not gotten a chance to see this, I would go to this episode and watch it because, quite frankly, CM Punk and MJF are going to be an amazing match when it does happen. But this was brutal. MJF dropping John Cena references, Triple H references, always basically alluding to the fact that CM Punk is always in second place. And he even, one of my favorite ones had to be when Punk responded basically telling MJF that Britt Baker, DMD, has replaced him as one of the pillars of AEW. Absolute fire. An amazing match is going to be down the line with these two. I can't wait to see it. And it's really fun to see CM Punk and MJF like in a new program because I really wanted to see them both move on into new programs, and it looks like we got it. And we're getting what I would call, main event anywhere. CM Punk, MJF. Afterwards, CM Punk, he's actually dressed to do a match, so he gets into it with QT Marshall, and hey, the match, it didn't really have anything to do with anything besides helping pad CM Punk's record, his statistics, because hey, he still has wrestled a lot of matches, and he's got to get some wins under his belt just to keep it good and fat on the wrestling side. So CM Punk easily puts down QT Marshall, but like I said, the first 40 minutes was literally CM Punk, MJF, absolute war of words. And I gotta say, round one, in my opinion, goes to MJF. Man, Billy Gunn, he looked good. Like, I hope I look good at the age he is. Like, my goodness. Billy Gunn, Colton Gunn, they take on Bear Country. And this is, like I said, AEW. And I understand during the holidays, in these promotions, sometimes we get kind of ho-hum episodes in ways. Not to say that it's a step back or anything, but hey, AEW knocks it out of the park nearly every single week. So the standard and the bar has been set so high that, like I said, I'm not complaining about the episode. I'm just saying that it didn't shock and awe me like it does every week. But hey, when you start out with 40 minutes and promo work between CM Punk and MJF, no matter what, you're going to have a good show because over half your show already slays. The Gun Club defeat Bear Country. This match really didn't do much for me. I'm not really sure why. It felt kind of sloppy. But it ended up with CM Punk, or not CM Punk, but Sting and Darby Allin come on down and just absolutely rock Billy Gunn, Colton Gunn, and in my best Orange Cassidy voice, whatever the other guy's name was, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Undisputed Era. I always say that because, again, making references to the WWE product in AEW has been quite constant over the last couple weeks. You had one of the guys basically looking at Adam Cole and doing a bird sign with his hand saying, oh, whatever this is, alluding to the Undisputed Era. And they get into this really, in my opinion, like this was, if I was going to pick my Lunchable break for the episode, it's definitely right here. Because they basically get into a argument like 12-year-old kids on who is better best friends. You know what it's like, like I'm a better friend than you are. My best friend's better than you. Who is this entertaining? Not me. This was my Lunchable break. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Orange Cassidy, and the best friends, they get into a slight war of words. My best Orange Cassidy voice, it was, whatever. But yes, we will eventually get a match between the best friends and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole because, hey, the Young Bucks injured. They're out. Kenny Omega injured. He's also dropping his AAA title because, he is injured. All the best wishes to Kenny Omega. What an amazing run. But it looks like we're going to be without the Elite for a while. And I think it's convenient that Mr. Bobby Fish happens to be there. So, hey, Adam Cole still has a running mate, someone to terrorize AEW with. Dante and Lio Rush. This is something that I really had a lot of stock in. I'm a huge Lio Rush fan. Of course, Team Taz has been trying to sign Dante for a while now, and turns out, we found out today, Dante is Team Taz. He actually brushes off Lio Rush, signs the contract, leaving Lio Rush empty-handed. We know that this is going to eventually culminate into something good between Dante and Lio, and I'm going to tell you right now, those two boys are going to be able to put on a 5-star match. Lio Rush, one of my favorites. He's been one of my favorites for years. Really, really happy to see that he's mentally better and physically ready to jump back in the ring full time. After that, we get Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa. This is where AEW Dynamite picked back up for me because any match that you have Thunder Rosa in is going to be absolutely off the hook. That girl gives and takes solid bumps. In this match, I like the idea of getting some more gold around Dr. Britt Baker, because the girls that she's working with, Jamie Hayter, she's a beast. One downfall for Miss Jamie Hayter, since we're making WWE references, I'm going to mention something that you cannot unsee. Jamie Hayter's the bottom of her ring gear. It looks like Rey Mysterio's mask. Yes, look at it one time. Look at Rey Mysterio's mask. Look at the backside of Jamie Hayter's gear, and tell me that it doesn't look like Rey Mysterio's mask. I can't unsee it. A friend of mine pointed it out. Damn him, because hey, now all I want is Jamie Hayter to change her ring gear just a little bit because it is just weird. But hey, the girl is a beast in the ring. She gets into this match with Thunder Rosa, and Britt Baker goes to kick Thunder Rosa and actually kicks Miss Jamie Hayter's square super kick in the mouth, thus costing Jamie Hayter the title opportunity because she's out of the tournament. Thunder Rosa moves on, but this gives us segue, which hey, I think the next program for Mr. Britt Baker may be from right there within her own stable in Jamie Hayter. Jamie stood her ground, pushes Britt Baker away. Obviously mad because she is no longer in the running for the TBS championship, but hey, it ultimately I think will work out because I'm guessing Miss Jamie Hayter is going to move on and start working for the women's AEW championship. And I'm with that because, man, Jamie Hayter, that girl can go in the ring. Bleacher Report gave this match a B+, and I'm sitting right there with it. I'm sitting there right with it. It was an amazing match. As it goes on, we go on to another match, which again, it was a filler match to me. Much like the CM Punk match earlier, much like the Billy Gunn and Bear Country match earlier. Really, I felt like it was some filler matches. We are in Thanksgiving. Maybe some people needed to travel for some time off. But we get right back into another filler match, which is the Bryan Danielson's quest to run through everybody in the Dark Order. And next up, Colt Cabana. And this match got really, really, really brutal because Bryan Danielson flat out knocked teeth out of Colt Cabana's mouth. And I love the heel turn because Bryan Danielson actually noticed the teeth on the mat and picked them up and held them up as a trophy. He actually left the ring with some of it. It's going to make for a great storyline. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to see professional wrestlers getting their teeth knocked out every week, but it's nice that when it does happen that you have a professional and seasoned veteran like that can use it and create more heat, bring it into the story, and just keep on going. And shout out to Colt Cabana for just taking a whooping, an absolute whooping. Bryan Danielson, I'm sorry. It's gonna take a lot for me to get his name down right every single time. I'm from Washington. And I've been there since Bryan Danielson used the first fickle comments, and he's definitely seemed to bring them back. His heel work has been absolutely flawless, taking a crowd that absolutely loves Bryan Danielson and just getting them to hate him. It is absolutely fantastic. It is not go away heat. Bryan Danielson has actual great, perfect money-making heat, and I can't wait for more. There's plenty of the Dark Order to go through on his way to Mr. Hangman Adam Page. Then we get to the final match of the night. Hold up. We also do have, we did get an announcement. Britt Baker is going to be put up against Rio on a Black Friday match. That just came out of nowhere. It's just a promo with Shivani and Britt Baker, but it turns out we're going to get a match between Rio and Britt Baker, and if Rio wins, she gets a upcoming title shot, which leads me to believe, I'm just going to put a guess out there, that Miss Jamie Hayter tries to, quote-unquote, help Britt Baker in that, thus causing Britt Baker the loss, which will then set up a championship match with Rio and Britt Baker. Ultimately, I see Britt Baker winning with the title on the line, but ultimately, I see that this is going to continue this Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker collision course. Final match of the night: Cody Rhodes, the Death Triangle versus Andrade El Idolo, Malachi Black, and FTR. And man, this match, I felt like this match was overshadowed by the crowd because something so unique happened. I need some water for that. Yeah. Oh, Thanksgiving got me full, boy. Got me full. Gotta hydrate. Hope you're hydrating as well. Water that is. But hey, in this match, it was a what you would expect. This is going to be an A match. With all these amazing performers in the ring at one time, it really can't. But the overshadowing thing is Cody Rhodes. He needs to turn heel. Cody, it's time. It is more than time, especially after today. I'm calling it the belt scene around the world. When Cody Rhodes decided to take his weight belt off and throw it into the crowd, little kid grabs it, and the crowd, that Chicago crowd, they let him have it. They're giving him the chant of throw it back, throw it back. Throw it back, and by George, this kid threw it back in the ring, almost hitting the ref. Poor girl. It turns out that she was actually warned by Cody Rhodes prior that one of these times someone might try and throw it back up there, and that's exactly what happened. Cody, that is go away heat. That is not the heat that I want you on my television to see you get beat up. That is go away heat, as in, hey, we don't believe in what you're doing. We don't want to watch what you're doing. You need to change something up because, ouch. Cody Rhodes eventually gets it was a real awkward moment watching everybody kind of communicate what's going on, watching, Cody's talking to one of his tag team partners. He's trying to tell him under his breath, hey, the kid threw it back. And Andrade gets the belt, puts it under the ring. Cody ends up asking and requesting for the belt to come back to him. He puts it on, he wears it for a little more of the match, and then he throws it out to what I'm guessing is somebody he knew in the crowd. But no, bottom line is the crowd and the belt took over the match. Flat out. That's all I was watching. That's all I'm looking at, and just waiting to see what was going to happen. When you get to the end with Malachi Black, spraying the black mist in the face of Pac, and Andrade getting the pinfall victory, I'm still thinking about the belt and Cody Rhodes. And I was really curious because I know that in AEW, Cody likes to talk to the crowd afterwards. Well, it turns out is on his way out of the arena. And this is something I learned I did not know before. The left tunnel is for heels. The right tunnel is for baby faces. Had no idea. And on his way out, Cody Rhodes decided to sneakily pretend he was going to go through the heel tunnel, and then changed his mind, turned, and went the other way. And now that makes perfect sense on why CM Punk had such an issue going back and forth through the tunnels in the beginning of his comeback. And I was always curious, but turns out left tunnel is for the heels, the right tunnel is for the baby faces. Hey, this is going to be a continuing storyline. I'm really not sure, what the end game is. I just hope that the end game ends with Cody Rhodes sucking it up, taking one for the team, and turning heel, because this is starting to feel like the Roman Reigns run a few years back, where you just could not stand the babyface, and we got him shoved down our throats every week. I'm sorry. The fans sometimes, you have to set the trends, but sometimes you have to follow them. And this is one where I think AEW should follow along and just get Cody Rhodes heel. Do it. And I'll be right there for it. I would love to see it. Watch him turn heel, go back on his word, put himself in a title picture, take the title. I mean, he could run roughshod through the whole company as a heel, and it would be a whole lot more enjoyable than seeing this amazing professional wrestler, one of the all-time greats, going through what I would call, professional wrestling suicide. Like, it is not a good plan to have that go away heat for as long as you do. But hey, he's the boss. He's been doing it a lot longer than I have. And hey, I ain't going to question it, but I am going to review it and give you my opinions, because that's what I'm here to do. I made this one short and sweet. It's Thanksgiving. I know you probably got a lot going on, but maybe this right here was your break that you needed from the chaos of Thanksgiving, and I'm glad you could spend it here with me. Mimi Burris, she'll be back next week. Like I said, I am just here to throw celebrity shots and fill in when needed. I will also be on I will be doing the SmackDown review actually tomorrow as well. So hey, when you're a celebrity shooter, that sounds bad. I need to come up with a new concept. You know what I mean? It's from like beer pong and that sort of thing, where you walk by, you step in for a shot, you sink it, you walk away, the crowd goes nuts. That's what the Krisis comes in to do, and I'm honored to do so. Big shout out to Mimi. Big shout out to Matt, the WWE podcast family. Be sure to join us on Patreon because, be sure to join us on Patreon because the chat that we have on the Discord server is absolutely amazing. It's $1. It'll get you in. You know how to do it. If you really need it, hey, I already said it once before. I will sponsor someone $1 so they can join one of the most exciting and fun families to talk wrestling with, and that is the WWE podcast family. So y'all, I hope you have hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you're being safe on Black Friday, and I will see y'all again soon. Peace.